Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sleep Sleeper series. This time with audio. Um, yeah. So I'm a little bit ashamed about what happened in the last episode. If you watched it, some people found it funny. It was kind of interesting, but mistake after mistake. I set up a sleep session and I ran it all night last night. But as you'll see, there's no sleep session recorded here. Basically, before I finalized the sleep session, I closed out of the app to open up the screencasting software that I use for making these videos. And I learned the hard way that apparently when you do that, given that this phone doesn't really save what's going on in the app, when I go back over, it ends the sleep session and starts going on to the next thing. Well, then it says, I got an error message that said no valid sleep tracking data found, because this thing doesn't actually really track anything. It just runs the timer and then makes balance sleep. So I learned the hard way that on this account, I just have to end the sleep session before I do anything else. I can't just leave it open. So we don't have a sleep session on the account today, on the free-to-play, which means we are going to... I'm not going to make an even bigger mistake and forget to log data. So we're going to say that I went to sleep last night at... We want it to be within our bedtime, which I know the bedtime on here is midnight. So I'm going to say we went to bed at 12:03 a.m. and woke up at 11 a.m. because... we won't make it quite that long. We'll say 9:03 a.m. 9 hours of sleep. Yay! Now, this means that we won't catch anything this morning. There won't be anything to review, and this is probably going to be a rather short and boring video, but I just wanted to get a little apology for the last episode, not having any audio on my voice. This headset is kind of sketchy. It's been a purchase I've been delaying longer and longer. The cable on it is super loose, and that leads to sometimes it disconnects, and when it disconnects, sometimes it doesn't fully reconnect with the mic, and I didn't notice that when I was recording in the last video. I would have taken it down and re-uploaded it or something if I could have gotten the audio on my voice, but the damage was already done. I didn't have a recording of my voice, so nothing was doable. Now, I saw a couple Pokemon level up there. That's interesting. But yeah, nothing I really was able to do about it. So last video is just botched. I left it up because it is kind of funny and can serve as a reminder. And you can still see what I caught. I mean, maybe I'll go over what the Pokemon that I saw. Basically, to summarize, oh man, I got double music, I'll mute this one. So, the Pokemon that I caught a Meowth and a Rattata, I believe. Yeah, Rattata was trash. Nothing at all what interesting. He thought he was a skill specialist with skill trigger and skill level up. If that was on the Meowth, that would have been funnier. The Meowth had timid nature, though, which is one of the worst natures in the game. So I'm not really that interested in it. That alongside Bold are the worst natures for all Pokemon in the game. There's not a single Pokemon that wants one of those natures, so... Yeah, I already knew it was bad before I looked at the sub-skills, and the sub-skills were actually okay. Inventory on a skill specialist is pretty good. Skill trigger on a skill specialist is pretty good. But that nature is just woof, so... We didn't go with the Meowth at all. And instead we ended up where we're at now, so... Missing a sleep session, but logging in data so that next time we'll have 2 biscuits, which would be pretty nice on the free-to-play, because that's one of the few ways to actually guarantee, without using a great biscuit, to have a catch. Otherwise, it's always a gamble on free-to-play, because you don't have access to the 4-point biscuits. So, got another award here. Can feed Snorlax lunch. However, meals on this account are kind of pitiful. Not really getting too many ingredients to use in the meals, so They look pretty sad. Are we able to actually make... I think 7 is enough for the... Nope, it must be 8. So we're not going to make another meal quite yet. Aside from, we'll throw a single bean sausage in to give them energy recovery, because energy is huge. And on this account, we don't have a healer yet, so other than the Pokemon that have the self-recharge skill, like the Rattata, they're hurting for energy, so every little bit counts. However, I realized I just ran a sleep session with them that brought them to 100% energy, so it actually only give them 1%. But even 1%, that's 10 more minutes of productivity, of good productivity, better productivity, so we'll take it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Sorry it's pretty simple today, and there isn't any capturing my reaction to new Pokemon. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye now.